The city of Grants Pass gets its drinking water from the lovely Rogue River. The big question is it safe? Joseph Rice has warned locals not to irrigate. After all, there's uranium, mercury, and arsenic in the water from a Superfund site. He doesn't play fast and loose with the facts, he says. The Superfund statement came out of a DEQ employee. And to get confirmation of that, we're supposed to contact Alan Air. So, how bad is it? Toxic levels 4,000 to 6,000 times above the safe limits. He's not alone making alarming claims.
The arsenic, which was at 7 parts per billion, was 21.1 parts per million. So we're talking about 3 magnitudes higher in the sediment sample.
With our science background, we were skeptical of these claims and decided to collect some hard facts. Even Joseph Rice suggested we go collect our own samples and turn them in. So you know what? We did. The first and most obvious location was the tap water. I mean, if this stuff's in the water and we might be drinking it, that would be really unsafe. So, we got a tap water sample and sent it in for testing. And you know what? Huh, look at that. No arsenic. Well, that's a relief. The next location, the Rogue River. Well, that's where our drinking water comes from. So we trooped on down to the Rogue with jars in hand and took another nice, fresh sample. We chose a location right across the river from where the city takes up the water to be treated for drinking. I mean, hey, if there's bad stuff in the water, this is where it's going to be, right? This is where it counts. So we carefully jarred up another sample, labeled it, and we sent it off to the lab for testing. And you know what? No arsenic. Okay, maybe the Rogue River was just diluting the stuff too much. We decided to get closer to the source of this toxic threat. We went right up to the mouth of the Evans Creek, just before where it dumps into the Rogue, to see what the concentrations were like there. Scooped up a good sample, jarred it up, labeled it carefully, and sent it off for testing. Well, surely this is going to show us something, right? But you know what? No arsenic. Alright, surely we're missing something here. So we went upstream, just below the field or dam site. I mean, okay, here's the water coming right off the dam sediments, right? And decided to take a sample here. If there's toxins in the water, it's going to be here, right where the water washes them down into the creek. And sure enough, we took another sample, very carefully scooping up the water. There we go. Wow, that looks like dangerous stuff, doesn't it? Jarred it up. Yeah, get that lid on there tight. And we very carefully labeled it. Come on, make with the pen already. And there we go. So we got a sample from just below the field or dam, right where the water washes off these dangerous sediments. And you know what? No arsenic. At this point, someone might be thinking, hey, maybe we took it to a lab that's not really skilled enough to do this job. Maybe it's not certified to handle sediments and solids. But we took these samples to Neilson Research Corporation. And of course, we checked online to affirm that they are the most highly certified lab in Southern Oregon, and they're qualified to handle the water testing, the sediment testing, etc. The certifications are pretty darn impressive there. So, what was the net result of this huge scare? The lab that created that scary-sounding arsenic report hit up the county commissioners for a $135,000 contract just for the first year of a 5-year contract. We got our samples tested for $38 apiece. Well, it might appear that there's considerable cost savings available by having open bidding on this kind of testing. If you'd like to learn more about this, visit americaspeakout.com. We're going to put some of the documents and relative videos, including this one, online.